Huh.
So I had to get an app that meant I could turn my screen upside down to utilize the other side of the screen to get things done, because the bit that had broken essentially was exactly where every button in the universe goes.
Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of like science behind this or something. Like maybe they figured that that's like the easiest place to put buttons for people. Is this audience? Is there something about that? Like, why were all the buttons in my dead zone?
It's dead because you use it too much.
Here are today's judges, Charles Redding and TJ Pownell. On the Fantasy Tournament Game Show where anything can happen, anyone can win, and you never know who will show up next. It's anyone's game!
Hey! Ooh, hey, I'm going to put applause in the background. It's a whole new show, bigger budgets.
Yep, this is Season 2. I'm your host, Rob Bourgeois. Let's get this train wreck spinning. Let's begin with a whole new thing called the battery. I'm going to give our judges a list of 20 different players. When you hear one you want to see go up on the board, just say, mine. If both of you say it at the same time, then whoever says yours first pushes it onto the other person, and you get to keep your choice. There are two of you. Each of you gets up to 6 choices. Let's begin the battery. First up, Hat Kid from A Hat in Time. Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Mine.
Chester Cheetah from Cheetos.
Mine.
Osmosis Jones from Osmosis Jones. Ashley Unread from WarioWare. Tori Belleci from Mythbusters.
Mine.
Agent K from Men in Black.
Mine.
Plucky Duck from Tiny Toon Adventures.
Mine.
Tom Six from Toonami.
That's a robot?
Lieutenant Malcolm Reed from Star Trek Enterprise.
Mine.
Dr. Ray Stantz from Ghostbusters.
Mine.
Ridley from Metroid. Max from Flight of the Navigator. Rob Wilco from Get Fuzzy.
Mine.
Beetlejuice from Beetlejuice.
Mine.
Let's say that one more time.
Ron from Ron's Gone Wrong. Muriel Bag from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Meg Griffin from Family Guy.
Yours.
Princess Unikitty from The Lego Movie.
Actually, mine.
And finally,
Yeah.
all right.
I
Yep, give me a
kind of
moment.
like her. I just had to figure out who she was for a second.
All right, then this one's all for Charlie. Fa Mulan from Disney's Mulan.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got 11 characters picked. I'm going to get these loaded. Oh, look. There they are. From here, one at a time, I'm going to give you a list of 4 characters, celebrities, or teams. Pick the one you want to see compete. The rest get tossed aside into the cauldron of maybe next time, where everyone who wasn't picked from the battery has already gone. If you don't know who they are, don't like them, or just don't want to pick them, you can ditch for a new set of 3 characters, then 2, and then just one more that you're stuck with. If you really, really don't like the one you're stuck with, you each have an eject button. You can only use this once, but your turn is over. Exactly. So if you use your eject button, you don't have any more picks, we just move on. Once your character's chosen, we spin this wheel, and we stick them wherever it lands. It's a little hard to see, but there is a little indicator here. When our spin results in a match, then we draw the contest out of the other bucket, and we get to argue about who wins. Only the judges' votes count. I'm here as a third voice, mostly to vote in case of a tie, so that kind of makes me a judge anyway.
A third
Any
wheel,
questions?
you may say.
Really,
I mean,
TJ?
we
Really?
already have a fourth, so yeah. I just kind of even things out. Yeah, make it stable.
So
makes
you
sense.
spoke.
I like how you flip that around.
So, any questions?
Not at all.
Nope. All right, sweet. Our previous champion from last season, 5-Volt, from WarioWare, is currently sitting at the top of the board. She is going to be our 32nd and final player of the day. And to demonstrate the selection process, I'll be choosing our first character now. I've got Riptor from Killer Instinct, Launchpad McQuack from DuckTales, GLaDOS from Portal, or Captain Barnacle's Bear from the Octonauts. Now, I would like to put in GLaDOS because we rarely see her, but I gotta go with Launchpad. So I give that a spin. And we already have a match. But before we get into that, let's discuss the ground rules. First, we're assuming that the players want to win, but not that they need to win. They might have other priorities that outweigh a contest victory, like self-preservation, moral objections, or good old-fashioned spite. Second, no matter the events of the previous match, we're assuming that the players enter the new match at 100%. Any injuries or death have been healed, and they're ready to go again. They do, however, maintain memories of previous matches. This can occasionally be relevant, especially for that spite that I've talked so much about. Third, players who are known for carrying gear at all times will have their standard loadout for all contests. Generally speaking, vehicles are not gear. You have to carry those in order for it to be gear. Other than that, we'll get to argue about what that means later. Fourth, cheaters get disqualified. We always catch them. Rendering the contest moot, such as teleporting out of an escape room or punching someone in chess, counts as cheating. And fifth, players are given 4 hours of preparation time before each match, during which they are explained the rules in a way they will understand. Whether they have any interest in the contest afterward is another matter. Any questions on the rules?
Nope.
Punching someone in the chest.
I don't think that renders it moot as long as the game continues.
Well, I mean, if it becomes a fist fight from there, then it is a moot point.
If they get involved in the fist fight as well, if they turn it into a fist fight and then it's a fist fight, the game should change.
That's a heck of a loophole you just tried to open up there. No, we're not doing that. But anyway, we've got a match. So Launchpad McQuack from DuckTales versus Lieutenant Malcolm Reed from Star Trek Enterprise. Fantasy football.
Okay. Well, what kind of... We've got an Englishman and we've got an American duck. Which football are we talking?
Well, generally, as far as I'm aware, fantasy football is done with gridiron football, not association football. But things might differ from where you are. The point stands, though, that they're basically creating a team in order to play fantasy games against each other, kind of like what we're doing here with Anyone's Game. And they are trying to get as good of a team as possible. And so, like, the actual players' stats map onto the fantasy players' stats, and your team may get better or worse, depending.
Explain like I'm 5. Which football? American football or English football?
Does it matter?
Kinda, because if we're gonna
Then
be
American
pitting these
football.
two different footballs together, we can't have someone good at soccer and one good at American football, and then try and
Okay,
pit them.
okay.
Imagine that game.
All right, then. All right then.
Traditionally-
Here's another idea then. Because we have an American and an Englishman, instead it's going to be rugby. It's going to be fantasy rugby.
Or anyone's game amalgam football.
I mean, he may be an American duck, but he has a Scottish boss.
Good point.
But in any case,
Not
Malcolm
sure where it
Reed is
gets
obviously-
us, but
Malcolm Reed is a giant nerd.
is he? He's more of a fighter, I
No.
would say.
He's a weapons nerd.
Oh, weapons
He's into
nerd.
guns
Yes.
and stuff. He's into guns, but he's all about the stats of the guns and the specifications and all that.
Yeah. I like that approach.
And Launchpad is not.
No, he's not.
You would see all the numbers, and they would swim across his vision, and his brain would fog out.
But would he have the dumb luck to have accidentally
No,
picked all the best
Reed
people?
would Malcolm Reed would have a decent team, and Launchpad would have a panic attack.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't even
Alright.
see him picking a team properly.
So sounds like 2 votes for Reed.
I suppose so.
All right. The lieutenant advances. Now, I turn the choices over to you. Charlie, you've got Odie from Garfield, King T'Challa of Wakanda from the Black Panther, Lincoln Loud from the Loud House, or Milo Thatch from Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Let's go with King T'Challa.
All right. King T'Challa of Wakanda versus Dr. Ray Stantz of New York City. Duck calling.
Equal footing in duck calling. I assume. I don't think Ray Stantz even knows what a duck sounds like.
He doesn't really have any field experience.
Not really.
I mean, certain things by the end of the movie, sure, but not like he's not like an outdoorsman. And T'Challa, I think, would have a better shot at having been in the wild. He goes on many missions in the wild and stuff. I mean, he's raised in the palace, but
They've got their own language, haven't they? And they've got that weird sort of throat noises that they can do. Because are they not part of that in Wakanda, in that sort of area, with the being able to make the almost like throat singing?
I would think that he would at least be multilingual with many languages that would be very versatile in different kind of things that we're not used to.
Including duck. He could speak duck.
I just think he's more versatile at being able to use his voice to make sounds.
Yeah, I agree.
So T'Challa?
Go for
Yeah.
it.
All right. TJ, you've got Zach and Cody Martin from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Bobby Generic from Bobby's World, Hagar the Horrible from Hagar the Horrible, or Charles Entertainment Cheese from Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
Do they have Chuck E. Cheese in the UK?
No, but I quite like him as a character. I like the idea of this rodent with a heart problem.
Chuck
Oh,
E.
cool.
Cheese versus Rob Wilco.
Hmm.
Musical theater.
It's obviously Chuck E. Cheese. He's
Isn't
in a band.
it? Yeah. They've got the animatronics, haven't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's got to listen to it just
They
to
kinda-
get the good, yeah,
They
thumbs up
kinda
on that
are
music.
the animatronics almost. Or
And
at
then we
least
have
the
a
animatronics are supposed to be them.
Five Nights at Freddy's situation.
Yeah. So Chuck,
Yeah, easy one.
2 votes. Cheese.
So far, they have been quite easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Hmm.
Charlie, you've got Cringer from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Wally from Wall-E, Sean Spencer from Psych, or Wario from Super Mario.
I could pick any of these characters, but TJ did give me a pretty good reaction on Cringer.
I cringed.
Let's go with Sean Spencer.
Okay. Sean Spencer versus Katara. Oh, this just in. We're being joined by Stale Rice.
Wait, who brought me here? How'd I get here? Oh my god!
Hey, welcome.
TJ, did you not hear the snap?
However you're doing this, stop it.
So, last we left off, it was Sean Spencer from Psych versus Katara from The Legend of the Airbender legend.
The Owl
Avatar
Airbender,
thing.
yes. The Owl
Yeah,
Airbender.
Yeah,
It was
in a
Legend of
game
Korra.
of Go. How similar is Go to Pai Sho?
What is,
I mean,
what
we
is
never
Pai
saw-
Show?
We never
It's
saw
a
her
game
play
in
Pai Sho
Avatar,
anyway.
the board game.
We never saw her play
Is it-
Pai Sho anyway.
All I'm thinking is
Chess.
there's this table covered in pies. Whoever has the best pie wins.
Pai Sho is like a chess game, but it's shaped like an octagon or a circle.
Oh, and it's got little
And you
divots
play
where the
it by
stones sit.
adding pieces. Yeah, you
Yes.
play it by adding pieces that have different like images on them, and who knows how it's actually played.
I'm gonna have to leave this up to you two because I don't know.
Kara's never played it. She's not that kind of a strategist.
No, she's not.
John Spencer is a genius in some ways, but he's also very lazy in other ways.
So he's Sokka then.
He's very good at spotting little details that anyone else would miss.
Little details.
Oh.
And he has a photographic memory, but does that help him with this?
He is also often good at this kind of stuff to Gus's infuriation. Because Gus is like the kind of person who'd be interested in this, and then Sean just comes in, wrecks shop, and leaves.
If he's got a photographic memory, that means he can remember things previously so that he can maybe bring about a sort of idea of like the roadmap of where this guy's playing. You know, how this is being played out.
Hmm.
So there'll be like a yeah, sort of like a roadmap. You know, they're doing this play based on these previous moves.
I think it'll be Sean, because Katara's kind of hot-headed too.
And Sean is the kind of person to troll his opponent as well, and he could probably get under her skin.
That is definitely true.
So sounds
Time
like
for-
so Charlie, you're voting for Sean.
Yes.
I shall do.
I
Stale,
will go with
also
them.
Sean. All right. Stale, you've got Orange from M&M's, Magneto from X-Men, Chell from Portal, or Han Solo from Star Wars.
Ooh, man. You know what? I'm supposed to be Magneto and Han. I'm gonna go with Han.
Alrighty, Han Solo. Han Solo versus Chester Cheetah
In my head, I just
in
had
an invent-off.
instead of Princess Leia, it was just Chester Cheetah.
An
love
event
you.
Off?
I know.
Invent-off. They are inventing
invent-off.
something. Chester is probably just going to apply Flamin' Hot to something.
Yeah.
So what does an event off entail?
And
Uh,
he's not so much the inventor as he's just the spokesperson.
Yeah.
Oh, invent.
Mm,
Oh, if I said event.
an event off, yes. That's what anyone's game is.
Yeah. Invent off. Yeah, probably split on that then. Probably Chester. Because I
Yeah?
don't really see Han inventing anything.
He's
I mean,
more of
I
a,
Han's
mean,
not-
I don't really.
he's more of a shooter,
Do you
isn't
see-
he?
Yeah.
For sure, Han's not an inventor, but he is a creative problem solver. He does think his way out of situations. And again, Chester Cheetah is just a spokesperson.
I imagine he's
Oh,
had to
wait, you-
fix things in his ship, and so
Yeah.
he's
Very
got more of
rating.
the technical ability. I don't think he'd be inventing anything, but he would have that on his side.
Right. He didn't make the Kessel Run at fucking whatever the fucking phrase.
This-
Some number of
I'm just gonna
you
beep
know,
that whole thing
distance
out.
units.
12 parsecs.
12 parsecs. There's
The Kessel Run. Oh, that was good.
That's the best part of Star Wars.
no,
Oh,
made a good point though. I think maybe Han would be better off because he actually is around all this technology or what have you.
yeah.
He's not going to
And-
do anything as a hobby, but he's going to be better able to come up with something if he has to.
Right. Here, I made a new flavor of Cheeto. Oh, good job, Chester. Yeah, just sit in the corner. We'll be fine.
Pat, pat
Pat on the head,
with
yeah.
the Play-Doh.
No, don't give him Play-Doh. He's gonna put Flamin' Hot in it.
Delicious. That might work.
So
actually.
it sounds
In
like
fact, that
3
sounds
votes
more
for Solo.
inventy than what Han Solo's going to be doing. He's invented flaming hot Play-Doh.
Oh no!
I'm going for
Nobody
the cheetah.
wants that.
No.
All right, so TJ said Chester,
Oh yeah.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Han Solo.
Oh, you know what? Y'all convinced
Stale.
me. I'm gonna do Han on this one.
All right, Han Solo then. TJ,
Yes.
you've got Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, Seymour Krelborn from Little Shop of Horrors, Baby Sinclair from Dinosaurs, or Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc.
Gotta go for Ash Ketchum.
All right. Ash Ketchum versus Plucky Duck, milking a cow.
Miltank. Milk. Moo Moo milk. It heals a lot. Give me some Moo Moo milk. He must have done it. He's got a lot of Tauros. I think he's got like 30 different Tauros, and he must have. No, Tauros are all male. He must have had practice milking Tauros then.
I mean, would he have to?
I'm sure they will insist.
Well, Plucky Duck. I'm thinking about like a Warner Bros. Scenario where like he's just like milking them at like rapid speed because he has to.
Yeah, like they do an episode on a farm, and he's got a straw hat.
Exactly. Well, y'all won't get out of here till you finish milking the cows, and then they just.
Woo!
I think Lucky Duck's too impatient to do a good job there. I think Ash has more experience dealing with livestock.
Milking his Tauros. I'm
All right, so
gonna
so
give it
Charlie,
to Plucky
you're saying
Duck.
Ash.
I'm voting Ash.
God damn
TJ
it,
saying
I'm
Plucky.
splitting.
I'm just because
fuck.
I want to get out of the sort of X-rated scene right here.
Plucky Duck. Sorry, Charlie.
All right, 2 votes for Plucky. Plucky Duck versus Chuck E. Cheese.
Plucky Cheese.
Startling their opponent.
Oh, Plucky
Okay,
Duck's pretty good drunk, isn't he?
Here's the Plucky would do it on purpose. Chucky would do it on accident.
Yeah,
But Plucky's high strung and he would startle himself.
Probably would.
as we know,
In the intro, he does.
Five Nights at Freddy's is based on that sector of.
No, fair thing.
And I agree.
But-
Yeah, he would accidentally frighten many children. In fact, I think he does.
And Five Nights is known for jump scares,
Hmm.
which are all about the startle.
Yeah. Don't worry. We will have a jump scare. You just won't know when.
Hey kids, I'm Chuck E. Cheese. Ah!
Well, there it was.
I suppose.
All right,
I'm thinking,
so
I'm thinking Chuck E. Cheese here.
all right, Charlie is saying Chuck. TJ,
I'm going to agree with Chuck.
I'm going with Chuck as well.
all right, 3 votes
You're
for
welcome.
Chuck E.
Thin line
Cheese.
there, TJ.
What was that?
You're walking a very thin line.
Oh, I see. Don't worry, the line won't. I won't be walking this line anymore.
Charlie, you've got Mystique from X-Men, President Thomas J. Whitmore from Independence Day, Dr. Clayton Forrester from Mystery Science Theater 3000, or Megara from Disney's Hercules.
Let's go with Thomas Whitmore.
All right, President Whitmore. Stale, you've got Little Mac from Punch-Out, DJ from Total Drama, Conan from Conan the Barbarian, or Lieutenant Hikaru Sulu from Star Trek The Original Series.
Let's go with Conan.
All right. Conan the Barbarian versus Thomas the President.
Oh,
Crabbing.
I don't think crabs existed back then. If anything, the president is going to have more knowledge of the fishing industry.
Conan from the movies is kind of a dumbass, but Conan from the book was actually pretty intelligent too. He could figure it out, and he would have the raw strength to really help him out. He'd just be ripping those things up out of the water.
He's also a traveler. I think at some point or another he would come across them, even in the film version.
I think
And
given
again-
4 hours, they could both do it, but Conan's natural strength would give him an edge.
Agreed.
Okay.
Fair enough. I agree.
All right. It's dungeon delving. That's
This is
Conan and President Thomas J. Whitmore versus King T'Challa and Dr. Ray Stantz.
Okay, but this was made for Conan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also T'Challa, Black Panther, can do all the flips and stuff, and he's just as strong and he take as much damage.
Can
That's
Conan
true, and he
not
has
do
Ray.
that?
Conan's nowhere near that agile. He's just really strong.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's you strength, but T'Challa can actually do shit.
It does feel like it's made for Conan, though.
Also keep in mind
Yeah.
they're teammates.
They're
True,
both
Ray's
hindrances to both of them.
Well, this is Raven Ghostbusters, right?
Thomas Whitmore is
Yeah.
a hindrance only in that he's a normal human.
They're both normal
His
humans.
stance is actually a fairly he's not super physically capable. He's a big nerd. That might help him
Well,
with
here's
some
the thing. This is a temple, right? He would know shit about the temple just on the back of his hand because he's
Yeah.
Ray.
Ghosts?
Well, he's a science nerd, not a history or mythology nerd. I think.
It's like it's like a dungeon, like a D&D dungeon.
Yeah, like I don't doubt Ray would have some in his back pocket about that.
Yeah, yeah.
In that
Yeah,
case, they're
I'm
definitely going to
sure-
encounter ghosts, aren't they? Or a wizard. Or a
That
ghost
is
wizard.
possible. That is possible. I think it's T'Challa's more versatile than Conan, and Ray. Neither Ray nor Thomas Whitmore are physically capable. Ray has more intellectual talent and might know some stuff about it that will be helpful. And T'Challa would listen.
Yes.
You can't
I
politics
think-
your way out of a dungeon, can you?
And Whitmore's bold, but being a fighter pilot, and he also isn't always great at listening to people he doesn't like.
And Conan would not be that type of person that he would like.
Yeah, Conan wouldn't listen to him either. So yeah, I think
Oh, they're a
team.
hindrance to each other. Okay.
I think I will give this one to T'Challa and Ray.
Panther goes through.
All right.
Unanimous.
King T'Challa takes it. King T'Challa of Wakanda versus Chuck E. Cheese. Extinguishing a bonfire.
Cheese would do that.
that. On a
Just
pizza.
Edam,
Oh no! How do we melt down the cheese? Oh, perfect.
says Mario.
Chucky,
Another
I'm
spot-on
probably-
impression there, Stale. I love it.
Thank you.
I don't think Chuck E. Cheese has cheese in his inventory. It's never been really a thing. He doesn't have like a cheese superpower or anything.
No, I'm gonna give it. I think T'Challa is the one that's more likely. He's probably dealt with them before at bonfires.
If Chuck E. Cheese tries to put out a bonfire, he's going to become a giant flaming animatronic and it's going to terrify everyone even more.
Jump scare.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right. But what if it's extinguishing a bonfire while getting a haircut?
The hair is gonna catch fire.
Yeah, that's only going to be worse for
That's
Chuck E.
gonna
Cheese.
spread the hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so whose hair is going to be more flammable?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Are you
It's all over his
sure?
body.
Yeah.
What is it? Not on, it's on
He's
a scalp.
probably
It's all over
he's
his body.
probably the kind of guy to use hair gel or hair spray.
He doesn't have a lot of hair. Although neither does.
Sure he does.
The
It's
king.
just everywhere.
It's a haircut, not a fur cut. Fur is different.
Either way, you get a lot of little fuzzy bits of synthetic fiber that's going to be flowing
If-
everywhere.
If cars can't be gear, then fur cannot be hair.
That's not even close to related. That's not analogous at all.
I know it's not, but we got to have rules apparently. Very specific rules, which I disagree with. It's a
Vehicles
staple of
can't
the
be gear
Blues
'cause you don't
Brothers.
Look, vehicles can't be gear because you generally don't carry your vehicle. If you carry your
True.
vehicle around with you, then yes, it's gear. So, like, Misty from Pokemon, she has a bike. George Jetson, he has a car.
Why are we on this topic right now?
Because hair isn't fur.
Cutting hair off Chuck E. Cheese's head would still produce a cloud of synthetic fibers that would be ignitable, I think.
But less of it. He's that big.
Oh, see, this is the problem.
This
You're
is-
thinking of Chuck E.
this
Cheese
is the
as
character.
the character of the guy. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
it's
of
the
Chuck E. Cheese
character.
as an animatronic nightmare.
No, it's the character Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh well, Chuck E. Cheese that's put out a bonfire anyway.
This guy.
Hang on. Wouldn't he just... He'd make a nest under the fire and then once the bonfire's lit, he'd burn to death. That's how mice work.
I think he's different than those mice.
So
By the way, he's
If he
just
can't
one-
use cheese, I don't think he's going to be smart enough to get out of a fire when it's on fire.
it sounds like T'Challa then?
Yeah.
All
As
right.
I hate it.
Stale. You've got Hamsar from Homestar Runner, Watto from Star Wars, the King of Town from Homestar Runner, or Dorothy Gale from The Wizard of Oz.
You know what? I like my funny options, as y'all know. So how about Dorothy?
Okay? I mean,
She'll
they were
be
pretty much
immensely
all
innocent.
funny. Dorothy Gale versus Fa Mulan. Boulder rolling.
Oh my
Sisyphus
fucking god!
style.
Mulan.
Let's go Mulan.
Doesn't she
Let's
have to
get
do that
down
in
to
the movie or
business.
something?
I don't think so.
No, but she does go through a lot of tough training,
Do it better
doesn't she?
than Dorothy.
A lot
Yeah.
of physical training.
Yeah.
She climbed a pole with the weights.
But
Held like a bunch of rocks and shit and pails of water up a mountain. Like she probably could.
But now you can't say her ruby slippers are a vehicle. They are gear. She is in them.
That's yep.
The only physical.
So
thing
why does
We're
that
on the same
count?
page.
Does
She's
that
wearing them.
Yeah, but when you get in a car, are you not wearing the car?
No,
No,
they're not.
You're strapped into
She'll
it.
go on your feet, DJ.
You're wearing a seatbelt, not the car.
It's a strap. You're strapped in. It's basically just a mechanical fursuit.
Like a roller coaster.
Like
Oh my
yeah,
fucking
you
God.
wear the roller coaster. You get strapped in and then off you run. She can just wish it.
Hey, I got my four-door passenger jacket.
She can just wish
I
it
don't
up a hill.
No,
think
she
that's
can.
how that works.
Yeah, like
shoes.
she can click herself home, but like she doesn't even know that till the very end.
The magic shoes. She can do anything she likes.
Those shoes are shown to have one application only.
Going home?
Two. Because, yeah, sending Dorothy home and being shoes.
That's
I
literally it.
don't think
Those are the two applications of those shoes.
I don't think they're the only things it can do. Who would
Yeah.
enchant shoes to only ever take you home?
The people of Oz probably.
Alexa,
I mean,
what were Dorothy Gale's shoes used for?
From fandom.com. Dorothy Gale was given the slippers by Glinda, the good witch of the south, for protection from the wicked witch of the west.
For protection.
Ah,
escape is a pretty good form of protection.
They're not running shoes.
That's
She's
true.
not Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, they're teleporting shoes. They're better than Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
move faster.
a quick proper Google
And
because
also,
she's
to
rubbish.
your question, what good are shoes that just teleport you home? Like, I can count off of my hands how many times I've been at the grocery store and just wanted to, like, click and be home instead of having to take all this shit on the bus.
For real
Also,
though.
I gotta say, the contest is not getting the boulder up a hill. The contest is boulder rolling. Teleporting would be rendering that moot.
Yeah, you have to roll the boulder up the hill.
Mulan.
There's no contest here. It's Mulan.
I disagree.
Well, you
be
can
wrong if you want.
continue to disagree. The vote has occurred. Fa Mulan versus Sean Spencer.
They have the power to grant wishes and transport people to various locations.
But she doesn't know that till the end of the movie.
But she knows it at the end of the movie!
I mean, yeah, she knows it now. But also, like, if she just wishes the boulder up the hill, is that rolling it?
I wish this boulder was lighter.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So are we going to relitigate?
No, you've done it now. F*** it. Dorothy Gale. She loses. We've already made the decision. You said this. We can't go back.
I said we can go back. We can occasionally go back.
No.
Here's an occasion. Enjoy the occasion, TJ.
No. Just because
Here's
I was
your
right
occasion
doesn't
on a
mean
silver
doesn't mean the
platter.
vote was right.
Enjoy. Bon appetit. Here's your occasion.
I will not
I'll wish
eat
it for you, TJ.
those ruby
I
slippers.
wish with all my heart that we go back and change the part.
Oh, you're clicking your ruby slippers together now, saying we can go back in time.
All
I'm
right,
doing
so,
the fucking Dragon Tail scale wish bullshit.
all right. So
Just gather the
Stale, what are
Dragon
you
Balls.
saying?
TJ, just take it.
Do not patronize my stupid ass. Just because I was right doesn't mean I was right.
All right. So TJ's saying Dorothy. Charlie, what are you
Dorothy.
saying?
Still Mulan.
Still thinking Mulan? All right, and Stale's saying Dorothy.
Can't
All right,
give
Dorothy
unlimited-
advances.
For this one contest, can they both go through?
If I have them both go through, it's still going to be a free-for-all against Sean.
Are we happy with that?
No.
I don't know. Sean
You're
well.
not happy with it, no, because you
I'm
know
not
how this
happy
game
with it
works
now.
internally. But okay, we'll continue
all
from
right.
now.
Dorothy Gale versus Sean Spencer in a book report.
I swear, if she doesn't win this one, the whole thing was pointless.
Who's Sean
hang on.
Spencer, by the way?
He's from
Sean
Psych.
Spencer's from a book called Psych.
By the way,
He
it's a
is-
book on water polo.
So he's from Psych. He wrote a book on water polo.
No,
Um,
they're reading a book on
And-
water polo.
That's the subject of their book report.
Can Dorothy read?
Yeah, she can read.
Is she not like a country bumpkin?
No?
I mean, you can still read.
she's a tech.
Oh, you're cutting out stale.
Stale, you gone silent.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
Hooray, he's back.
All right,
What
welcome back. All right, what were you saying?
You asked who
I-
Sean Spencer was, and he's a guy from Psych. He's got a photographic memory. He's he's very lazy. He's the opposite of a tryhard. He goes with little effort he can get away with it. He goes for shortcuts if he can.
Oh, opposite for Dorothy, and also she is very articulate.
She would make an earnest attempt. He would make an unearnest attempt, but he's also very good at manipulating the system and coming up with the shortcuts that really actually work and produce a good sounding bullshit book report.
Damn, you're right.
So you say he'd play the system to get a better grade.
Yeah.
Well, do you want the earnest students' best work or the
Oh, you know what though? He would cheat.
He would cheat.
Oh no!
I mean, he's got a
He would not-
photographic memory. He could just read the book and then
And he still wouldn't read the book.
would he? Would it be
Would it
like
be
last
memory?
minute? Quick, get this all down.
He
No,
would
it would be
look up
last
like
minute.
reviews or something online, probably.
It would be Gus's book report with Sean's name on it.
So
Sean, you took my book report from 5th grade.
Yeah.
So Dorothy then.
I'm gonna go for Dorothy in that case. Finally, that argument
Alright.
actually meant something.
TJ, you've got Lois Lane from Superman, Speedy Gonzales from Looney Tunes, Queen Elsa from Frozen, or Hellboy from Hellboy.
There are two contrasting characters right there.
There are a lot of contrasting characters here.
Let's go for Elsa.
All right. Queen Elsa versus Agent K. Dastardly planning.
I would imagine there's a certain amount of dastardly planning needed in the cover-up of Aliens.
Yeah, K is definitely the more dastardly of the two of them.
They can pretty much do whatever they like and not really have many foibles about it, if that's even the right usage of the word.
Yeah. Well, he's not dastardly, but he could come up with a very good plan.
Yeah. Whereas
I think I was just
Elsa
watching.
would run away to the mountains and make a big ice castle.
I think there's a scene in Men in Black 2 where they're going back through Kay's this trail, the breadcrumbs that he left himself to recover his memory or something.
Oh yeah, with the thing pointing at the key, the
Mhm.
photo.
So he's got planning capability, and he could be dastardly if he had to be.
All right. So Charlie says K. TJ?
I'm going for K.
Stale?
I don't know the character all that well, but if y'all go with him, I'll go with him too.
Okay. But now what if it's dastardly planning on the wing of a flying plane?
Sounds like something K would do.
It does.
And bear with me, on the inside of the plane is William Shatner looking out, and he's like, "There's a gremlin on the wing of the plane," and he gets someone's gun, and then it cuts back to them on the plane.
I'm imagining that Elsa would be able to freeze her feet to the fuselage and be able to be relatively sturdy. But then again, planes go to a lot of effort to not freeze.
She would be quite good at that height. The cold doesn't
Mhm.
bother her.
The altitude might.
Good point. Oxygen deprivation, big killer. I'm still going with K.
I think so too. I just don't think she's that dastardly.
Stale?
Yes.
That's a good answer. I think he's agreeing with us.
Yeah.
He's going with K? All right.
With a lack of information on the characters, the answer is yes.
Charlie, you've got Harry Dresden from the Dresden Files, Courage from Courage the Cowardly Dog, the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt, or Sheriff Woody from Toy Story.
Wow, I've never seen Sheriff Woody appear. So we're not going to see him today. Ditch.
Okay, here is your ditch. A Franken-Turret from Portal, Megamind from Megamind, or Muttley from Wacky Races.
Let's put up Megamind.
Alrighty. Megamind versus Princess Unikitty. Skiing.
Is he not a bit top heavy?
He's not super physically capable either. He's not really an athlete. He's kind of a giant nerd. He's
But
a
he
little
would
top
look
heavy
good
too.
in the lycra, though.
He would.
If he could
You'd
get it
make
over
sure
his
of it.
bulging head.
That's he can.
You
That's why
button up.
Lycra's so great.
Oh, button up lycra. Okay.
Princess Unikitty, I feel like she could just be a natural skier,
Clip, clip. Off she goes. Yeah.
and she'd have the enthusiasm of being a tricks, and he'd be kind of terrified. I think.
Stale, are you here? You seem to have gone quiet.
I am here.
You are he.
I mean,
I am he too.
I'm getting soft-spoken right now.
Okay.
I
okay.
am indeed here.
Thank God. We thought we had issues again. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the cat because she's just not gonna fall off it.
It's my inclination.
Alright.
Oh.
Stale.
Sounds good.
Alright, so 3 votes for Princess Unikitty, but what if it's skiing after 3 beers?
What? Who would give
I think that
her
would
a
hinder her,
cat
though.
beer?
Also,
Catnip?
she's this big.
Can she even be served?
I think that changes it honestly. I mean, if we're going with the spirit of it, which is that she can get drunk on 3 beers.
Do we have
Like, oh,
the documentation to be getting this cat drunk?
Honestly, I don't think she's going to be able to drink the beer so much as drink as much as she can and then swim through the rest.
I'm
Hold
worried
on a
about the
second.
legal ramifications. Are we
Siri,
going to get
how-
sued?
How old is Unikitty?
Sorry, I keep talking over you, Stale. Sorry.
She's 11 years old.
Oh, old enough then. In cat years, yeah.
Raspberry Grenade Games does not condone underage drinking.
Or feeding alcohol to your
No.
animals, unless it's hilarious.
Honestly, I think this would actually really help out Megamind. This would help him get over his fears. I think this might change it for me.
I just can't
Yeah.
condone feeding an 11-year-old cat 3
Yeah.
beers who is made of Lego.
11 years old is pretty old for a cat.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to hold her. Can you see the rainbow coming out of her mouth? The rainbow of color, all those different colors of brown.
So Charlie's saying Unikitty, or no, sorry, you're saying Megamind.
I'm saying Megamind, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go for
TJ?
Megamind too. Yeah.
Megamind. Stale.
Megamind to avoid underage drinking.
Okay, Megamind advances. Stale, you've got Ignacio from Nacho Libre, Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Carver Descartes from The Weekenders, or Weird Al Yankovic, the musician.
Okay,
Musician.
folks. I'm
I didn't say it with air quotes.
that y'all aren't weird.
No, but I
I'm
heard
probably
them.
gonna do Casey.
Casey Jones?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Casey.
He said Casey.
Making sure.
One day.
TJ, you've got Mr. Whiskers from Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Country, Snoop Dogg, the rapper, or Vicus Vandemerva from District 9.
Can we ditch?
Okay, here is your ditch. Gunnery Sergeant Roberta W. Draper from The Expanse, Snoopy from Peanuts, or Keanu from Keanu.
They're all
We were just
really
talking about
good. Except that's not the Keanu I was thinking of. You said Keanu. I thought Keanu Reeves. Oh, let's go for Snoopy.
All
Yeah,
right,
I knew
Snoopy,
you would,
the
TJ.
dog.
I knew it.
We had
Got
two-
away from Snoop Dogg and went for Snoopy the dog.
That's the one. Also, I just heard this horrible screaming noise in my ears. That was nice. I could have died. In fact, I did die. I hate this.
Wow. Okay, TJ's now the blue.
Missed most of that.
Apparently, I'm now the
You're cutting out real bad. Charlie, you've got Vlad Plasmius from Danny Phantom, Dave Lister from Red Dwarf, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, or Lord Business from the Lego Movie.
Give me another ditch.
You've got an imposter from Among Us, Mum Ra from Thundercats, or Miguel Antulio from The Road to El Dorado.
Oh, let's go with Miguel and Tulio.
Interesting.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah.
Miguel Antulio.
We're going to have to go with someone else now.
Miguel
They're running
Antulio
away.
versus Casey Jones. This sticks out a little bit, and I just hit my hand on it. The contest is a home run derby.
Oh, that's got to be Casey Jones. His whole thing, he's a vigilante who drags around a whole bag of sports equipment he beats people with.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's good at sports too.
And he's gone.
All right, so Charlie, you're saying Casey?
Yeah.
TJ?
I'm going to have to go for Casey then.
Stale?
Yes, Casey.
Water polo. Casey Jones, Miguel, and Tulio versus Agent K and Queen Elsa.
Oh no.
Oh,
So, still Casey.
just K. Underwater.
Yeah.
Restart.
Elsa, the only way Elsa can help here would be to make it very cold.
Stale, restart your Discord again, please.
Oh, do I?
You're
Okay.
cutting out a lot.
Water polo. Agent K and Queen Elsa versus Casey Jones, Miguel, Tulio.
Yep, I'm still Casey on this one.
I think so too.
He's a bit sportier, isn't he? And Kay
I
will just
can't
get
see how
frozen.
it would help.
Oogala.
I mean, she can use her ice powers to interfere with the other team, couldn't she?
Would that not be cheating?
Yeah, have you seen Titanic?
As long as they're still doing a water polo, it's fine. She can't like freeze them in place, but she might be able to put up a wall.
But also, Casey
Or
is
just sink
stubborn.
them.
He would break through that shit out of pure stubbornness.
Yeah, I think Casey's doing still.
Yeah.
All right,
He would just have fucking Google and just like break through that shit, fucking man beast style.
TJ, you've got Napoleon Bonaparte, the general. Ron Swanson from Parks and
The
Recreation.
general.
Julie Moon from Avatar: The Legend of Korra.
The general.
Or Marianne Summers from Gilligan's Island.
An island. Of course, it's going to be Ron Swanson.
All right.
Man, so the last Anyone's Game that just got uploaded up until this date, Ron and Julie were both also picks next to each other. Yet again.
Julie, do the thing.
Do the thing.
Now I understand that joke.
Ron Swanson versus Tori Belleci. Surfing.
Oh, Tori.
No way
Yeah?
Ron would surf.
He's got to expend energy to stand on a plank of wood in the water. Who would do that? Obviously, Tori. He's into extreme sports. He must be. There's that whole clip of him falling off his bike.
I'm okay.
Yeah. All right. So Charlie and TJ both saying Tori.
I agree.
Stale. All right. Also Tori. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Charlie, you've
Yeah.
got Strahd von Zarovich from Dungeons and Dragons Ravenloft. Snarf from Thundercats. Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Or the Borg Queen from Star Trek First Contact.
Let's go with the Borg Queen. She can't turn into a dragon, but she's still pretty cool.
It's the Borg Queen versus Snoopy. Basket weaving.
Wait, the Witch Queen
The Borg
The
Queen.
Borg Queen.
versus Snoopy basket weaving. Is it cheating to use all your Borg clones? Not clones, but your Borg members.
Yeah, but
Drones.
she's so mechanical. She could do. I mean, basket weaving is a mathematical process, basically.
She does have these sort of, not tentacles, but she's got these things that can weave.
She wouldn't even need that. She would be able to do it normally with her hands the way anybody else does, but she would have no problem with the tedium or the pattern repetition.
Well, since she
She's
is the
not-
Borg, and the Borg are technically an extension of her, quantity over quality?
But
Can I
she
help
would have
you,
a
Sokka?
perfect basket too. She doesn't need
Come on.
I
quantity.
suppose, yeah, she would probably have that knowledge anyway. But I just love the idea of watching Snoopy do it.
He'd be far more enjoyable, but he wouldn't
He's
have a great
cute.
basket by the end.
No, probably not. Dog basket?
And if he did, it would be very fast.
Can a dog make its own basket?
Milo,
What's his name?
Milo, can you make a basket? He doesn't seem to think so.
I kind of don't want it to be the Borg Queen because it seems too easy for her, but
It'd be like the SpongeBob thing, right? King Neptune can make 1,001 Krabby Patties, but SpongeBob only makes the only one that's
good.
appropriate.
Yeah.
It's good, yes. So you
Oh.
know what? I'll lean towards Snoopy on this one based on that logic, because I'm sure it would actually be pretty substantial, versatile basket.
Stale, you're
Snoopy.
saying Snoopy?
Yes.
TJ?
I'll give it to the Queen. Give it to the Queen.
Borg Queen?
Oh.
Charlie?
Borg Queen, although I almost wanted to say Snoopy just to make TJ look like a jerk.
The Borg Queen versus Han Solo. An overnight cram session.
Yeah, the Queen has collective knowledge of
And can
thousands
gather and retain knowledge like a computer.
of thousands of civilizations and unique people.
What's cram though?
Like, study overnight. You've got to test the following day.
Oh, yeah, from the
Overnight
Borg
cram
Queen.
session.
Sorry, Han.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
He's too distracted, isn't he? He's got other stuff to do. He's got people's sisters to kiss and get frozen in carbonite. He's a busy man.
Got to do those Kessel runs.
Yeah. Those the Kessel runs in.
Jesus.
Borg Queen versus Casey Jones. Whistling.
Are they going to be vocal modulators? They have them. The Borg.
I'm just wondering, would he be a more natural, a more entertaining whistler, and make a better song?
Or is he the kind of person who goes when he tries to whistle?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced he could whistle at all, but if he could, I think he'd make a better,
The mask would probably get in the way, I think.
You can take the mask off.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well. He'd have to take it off. But does he ever take it off?
He does, yeah.
I'm giving it
He
to the
does.
Queen because in First Contact, where she starts turning data into flesh and blood, and there's this scene where she's sort of bending down towards this patch of flesh that's over his circuitry, and she goes like that. And I just want to stick some whistle tune in that part of the clip.
I mean, that's not why, but I agree with Borg Queen.
All right, so sounds like we're going for the Borg Queen here.
I am.
Yeah.
I never.
Alright.
I didn't want the Borg Queen to go through this far. It feels really disappointing for some reason.
Quidditch. The Borg Queen. And Casey Jones. And Han Solo. And Snoopy. Versus
God, she has
King
the best
T'Challa
tune.
of Wakanda. And Chuck E. Cheese. And Conan. And Dr. Ray Stantz.
There's a lot of things we need to go over here.
Yeah.
God,
So-
the Borg Queen is such a good team, though.
Team
Alright.
1.
All right, red team. King T'Challa of Wakanda.
Very efficient. He'd be a great player in every way. He's a
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
God, he's so small. He'd be like a 1.
He'd be a broom. Little tiny mouse on it.
He couldn't interact with the balls. He could maybe be a chaser, but he still wouldn't be that good at grabbing it.
Conan.
Conan would be a hell of a beater.
Dr. Ray Stantz.
He'd be a 1 here.
Well,
All right, black
I-
team.
smart.
The Borg Queen.
She'd be a solid 2, I think. She'd be physically efficient and observant, but she would be a very great team captain.
Next one.
Casey Jones.
Great beater, great sportsman.
Han Solo.
Not super physically active, but a pilot. Certainly used to flying.
Well, he is active, isn't he?
He's somewhat active, but he's not like a super athlete. He doesn't like physically fight people the way King T'Challa does.
Snoopy.
Also a pilot.
Good
In
point.
his mind.
There are 7 people in a Quidditch team. 3 chasers, 2 beaters, 1 seeker, and a keeper.
We're kind of just going one of each position generally.
Is that what we're going to do here? 4 aside.
Yeah.
Keeper, seeker, chaser, beater. Conan, I agree with the beater for Conan.
And Casey Jones would be the opposite.
Will be the opposite.
Would be the other team's beater.
Oh, okay. Han Solo. I think Han Solo would be a seeker. Speed, flight, Kessel Run.
And I
All
think
right.
his opposite would be Chuck E. Cheese because that's the only one job he can do.
Yeah, he's smaller, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be fairly observant. He would definitely be the most agile of them because he doesn't have the weight that everyone else has on top of that broom.
But he couldn't
for
control
Chuck,
the broom and try and catch it at the same time.
He would have
Maybe.
to sort of leap at it and sort of
yeah,
grab
he'd
hold
have
like
to
that.
tackle the snitch.
But he doesn't
And if he
necessarily
misses,
need to
he's
stay on
still
his
going.
broom to win the game.
There is also that.
So
yeah.
if he misses, he only gets the 1 try.
There's got to be a bit of dramatic sort of, this is my last chance jump, so maybe he'd do that.
He could probably also pester Han.
Black Panther, obviously chaser, because they've got to do a lot of stuff and he's got to be quick and agile and the ability to... He's got the claws to keep hold of the ball. So,
I think the Borg Queen would be opposite there.
which would mean Snoopy's the keeper.
And so is Ray.
Yeah.
Versus Ray Stan.
Ray Stantz is a very wide man. Very good. Snoopy
But
could
he's-
possibly,
he's gonna be on that broom.
out of the air, stop that ball going through.
Okay, I'm giving advantage Snoopy, advantage T'Challa, advantage Han Solo, and advantage Conan.
I second that.
We've got the
So-
Borg Queen as a chaser.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So right now you've split, like the way you're seeing it, advantage is split among the two teams.
Then I'm going to give it to T'Challa for being a better leader.
But if the Borg, okay,
Hmm.
is it considered like overly violent if the Borg Queen assimilates Casey, Han Solo, and Snoopy?
Very much so, yes.
Right, because then they could work as one. Really, it's against Han Solo and Chuck E. Cheese because they're the ones who win the game.
Then it's got to be Han Solo.
They're
Chuck E.
the
Cheese
ones
has
who
one
end
side.
the game. They don't necessarily win it.
No, you can get more points.
Chuck E. Cheese is not an action hero. I mean, he does some extreme sports. He does some skateboarding. Granted, he could ride the broom. He could maybe even catch it. But if he misses, that's it.
He just needs to touch it. That's all he needs to do. Snitches have flesh memories. So even if he misses and doesn't grab it, if he's the first to touch it, he gets it.
My point is, though, that if he misses, he cannot grab it and
He
control
is
the broom.
very small, isn't he?
So if he makes one grab, that broom's going down no matter what.
He doesn't necessarily
makes
have
it-
to grab it, though. That's the thing. Because
He
he
has to touch
doesn't
it.
actually... He does have to touch it, yes, but he can use one hand to control the broom and the other to reach.
Anybody
Granted,
can
his
use one
reach
hand to
is
control the
small.
broom except for him. He's got tiny little hands.
We can give him, like, install a little control panel for him. It's fine.
I think Han Solo would be a little bit more reckless, and therefore he would probably be more willing to dive at the snitch more vigorously than Chuck E. Cheese would. I think you're right. I think the Borg Queen is probably going to end up winning this, based on the people
Well,
that's on here.
Let's say Chuck E. Cheese actually has a broom size for him. That might make a difference for me.
It would. I don't think the broom size really
We
matters.
can say that.
So if he's got a broom the same size as him, he still needs to
Everybody
get
has
a full
appropriately
size
sized
snitch.
brooms.
Then we
But
have that
He
Han
still,
Solo's a
yeah,
pilot.
he just has to touch it, though.
But he only has to touch it, not grab it.
I think I might move my advantage to Chuck E. Cheese then,
But
because he does the skateboarding, which is more of a physical thing than Han Solo does.
now we have to think: will the other team get more points with Ray Stantz and Snoopy keeping? Ray Stantz, I don't think is going to move very
I
quickly.
think that is a danger because Ray, he spaces out.
If
And I
he-
don't think he'd be comfortable at all on a broom.
so. He's likely to let a lot of things through. I think he's going
Yeah,
to be
I think
slow
that's
and
what
he's
I
going to be inattentive. Snoopy, an accomplished pilot,
He's an accomplished pilot in his own mind.
yeah. Which means he's probably thought about this. How old is Snoopy? Was the Wizarding World a thing when he was around? I don't know. Yeah, I think Snoopy's got this for keeper. Han Solo, Seeker. Again, Chuck E. Cheese is smaller, probably nippier. Beaters. Is Conan going to be able to get more people off their broom than Casey Jones?
Charlie, you've gone silent.
I'm switching my my preference to. I still think Snoopy, Chuck E. Cheese, Conan, because they're both strong, capable beaters, but Conan's just going to hit a lot harder.
Yeah.
And
Is Black Panther going to be more... is going to score more goals than the Borg Queen?
I think so. I'd give advantage to Tom still.
He's going to be able to keep hold of that ball a lot better than the Borg Queen, because she's got the... I don't think she's got much grip on those fingers, because they're metal, whereas he's got the
Yeah.
claws, which can dig in.
I don't think grip is an issue. I mean, the Greek claws are helpful, but I think the issue is more that he has got experience. I mean, she has all these capabilities.
He's athletic,
Physically,
she isn't.
He's not used to using them. He's got a lot of experience doing flips and flying around in different
Yeah,
types of
yeah.
spaces.
So we're
So give
3-1 in favour of Black Panther.
Yeah, I think it's T'Challa.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, don't tell me it was a twist.
No,
It is a
okay.
twist.
Not after all that.
It's Quidditch while standing in a Tetris matrix. So Tetris blocks are falling from the sky while you're playing Quidditch.
Still T'Challa.
Yeah.
We can have them still flying around. They just now have to dodge Tetris pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same.
Still? All right.
Unless
So he does in fact fly
No, yeah.
into the final.
I was going to
All
say
right.
unless any of these can be good at like destroying the blocks as they come down with the beta balls going around the what are they called? Bludgers. You bat the bludgers and they go off and knock people off their brooms. But that's still Conan. So we're done with Quidditch.
Charlie,
Mhm.
you've got Toadsworth from Super Mario, Moby Dick from Moby Dick, Tommy Wiseau, the actor, or Theodore Cleaver from Leave It to Beaver.
Let's go with Moby Dick. Let's put a whole ass whale up there.
Okay, Moby Dick. Stale, you've got Wrinkly Kong from Donkey Kong Country, Jack from Samurai Jack, Barney from Barney and Friends, or Captain Viridian from VVVVVV.
Oh man, Samurai Jack.
Alrighty. TJ, you've got Salem Saberhagen from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Icknick Blackstone Varric from Avatar, The Legend of Korra, Din Djarin from Star Wars The Mandalorian, or Captain Hook from Disney's Peter Pan.
Salem.
Okay, Salem Saberhagen. Salem Saberhagen versus Moby Dick in a debate.
Yeah,
Bye, Moby. Sorry.
you can't talk to a whale unless magic. But he
Or
can't do
if you get
magic.
Dory to translate.
Actually,
Charlie?
can that be a thing? If they both can speak the same language?
What would he say?
We have Moby Dick's subtitles. It's fine.
Universal translator.
What'd you think, Charlie?
Salem, I thought that was super obvious.
Okay.
Well, it was super obvious because at the time the whale couldn't talk.
This whale, when he gets frustrated, solves his problems by smashing.
Salem Saberhagen versus Megamind in a photo shoot.
Megamind?
Oh, God.
Presentation.
Yeah.
Are they taking or being the subject?
They are the subject of the photos.
Then definitely Megamind.
But
What are you
hold
talking about?
on.
Cats are
Hold
super
on
pretty.
now. Yeah, I was gonna say Salem's a cat.
Cats are fucking stubborn. A Megamind would be. Oh, give me that fucking camera. Shit, I'll
I mean,
do this.
But
I
if
mean,
any
they're also
cat's gonna
big.
get into a photo shoot, it's gonna be Salem.
here are some examples of some very photogenic cats.
Very convincing, TJ. Thank you.
I was happy to go with Megamind, but I suppose Salem.
I think Salem.
Fucking presentation, though. Ah, man. Alrighty.
All right, 2 votes for Salem Saberhagen, and we are getting pretty close here. In fact, this is going to be our last pick. Charlie, you've got Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, Dudley Do-Right from Dudley Do-Right, Bill Overbeck from Left 4 Dead, or Shrek from Shrek.
Let's go with Scorpion.
All right. Scorpion versus Jack. Honey Guzzling.
Wait, Jack who?
Samurai Jack.
I know Scorpion and Sub-Zero. One's Chinese, one's Japanese. I'm forgetting which one it was.
I think
Alexa.
Sub-Zero's Japanese.
What ethnicity is Scorpion?
From Wikipedia.org. Scorpions are a German hard
Not-
rock band.
not
formed in
Scorpions.
Hamburg in
Rock
1960
band?
by guitarist Rudolf.
No.
Saw that coming from a mile
No,
away.
stop. Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
Alexa,
I'll look it up.
what ethnicity is Scorpion from Mortal Kombat?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor. Hanzo Hasashi was once a member of the Japanese Shirai Ryu ninja clan.
Yes, I was
Given the
right.
name Scorpion for his blindingly fast and deadly fighting skill.
So Hanzo / Scorpion
Honey
and
Guzzler.
Jack are both Japanese.
I don't
Really,
see
Scorpion's
that
moveset's
matters.
all like Hellspawn based, but Jack is like a warrior of light or some shit. And guzzling honey, I think I'll grant to Jack 'cause he's been through weirder. He
Alexa,
became a chicken one episode.
where do bees come from?
These are believed to come from South and Southeast Asia, including the Philippines, with the earliest lineages having their center of origin in this region of the world.
I mean, it's close.
Really? But I granted that Jack because like he's been through weirder shit.
Yeah, I think Jack's weird experiences give him the edge.
All right. Sounds like we're going Jack.
Well, I'd go with Reptile, but
Jack versus Lieutenant Malcolm Reed. Luge.
What is luge?
Luge, you get in like almost like a bobsled, but it's alone and a little smaller, and then you slide down a
It's like a
a
toboggan.
course that's made of ice, and you just like go and you try to get to the bottom as fast as you can.
So we have Jack, and who's the other one?
Malcolm Reed,
Lieutenant
from Star
Malcolm
Trek,
Reed.
who is
I
a
don't know
security officer.
Oh, then Jack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to him. I mean, he may be English, but he's not from an ice-dwelling place.
I'm thinking Jack.
Yeah.
All right.
Good old Jack.
Jack versus Dorothy Gale. Archery.
Jack.
Definitely Jack.
He's
easy.
archered before.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to.
But what
check
if it's
collections.
archery in a haunted house?
Then Jack. He's probably been through that already. I'm sorry. He's
All right.
plowed through those last two.
Over here, to face Beetlejuice, is our returning champion. From WarioWare, it's 5-Volt. Bloody Knuckles.
Beetlejuice.
Really?
5-Volt's a kid, right?
No, 5-Volt's the mom
Oh, the mom.
with demon
Oh.
powers.
Oh, her. Right. My bad.
She's got demon powers, although she looks like the type, the innocent
She,
kind.
she does.
That's really weird.
She's a bit like Beetlejuice in a lot of ways, but not dead and not rambunctious.
She has also been shown to be incredibly strong as well.
I would still give it to Beetlejuice, though.
Me too.
He's from a place of suffering.
Yes, but he reacts to it.
Yeah, but in a hilarious way.
Yeah, but in a hilarious over the top way. I think he feels the pain. I don't think she would. I think she wouldn't feel it or wouldn't show it.
Yeah,
He'll
how-
feel
how
the pain,
Bloody
but I don't think
Knuckles
he'll
works.
care.
Let's
That much.
explain how this works. So you plant your fist like this on the table, right? And your opponent will flick a quarter across the table at your hand. And then whether it hits or not, then it's your turn. And basically whoever flinches, whoever gets their hand out of the way, whoever gives up first loses.
I think Beetlejuice would probably still have the comedy, like hilarious reactions, but I agree that he will react more. I just don't agree that he would take his hand away. For comedy reasons, he'd keep his hand there until it was literally a bloody mess.
When he gets hit in the knuckle with the quarter, does it like detach his finger?
Eventually,
If so, then she's disqualified for violence.
No, it's
a
the
violent
game.
Not the thing.
I don't think part of the game is severing limbs.
No, I mean it would be if somebody just never gave up.
I mean, she's just flicking the quarter across the table like you're supposed to do.
I think she'd be more stoic. She's stronger. I think she'd be a better competitor here.
She might as well be shooting him in the face with a
Yeah,
quarter.
might as well.
All right, so Charlie, you're saying 5-Volt?
I think 5-Volt.
I say Beetlejuice on this one.
Beetlejuice.
All right, that's 2 votes for Beetlejuice, picking up the champion ball and facing Tori Belleci in a game of Chubby Bunny.
Oh, that's going to be Beetlejuice.
Comedy cartoon antics. He's essentially
So
a
would
ghost.
he.
He's got the stretchiness.
I still say Beetlejuice. I mean, he can stretch his limbs and mouth probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
All
looks
right.
like he's been eating a lot of sweets. His teeth are green.
That just happens when you die. Beetlejuice versus Salem Saberhagen, painting a landscape.
Salem's got a lot of hobbies. I think he's done this.
I'm just imagining a cat painting with little paint on his paws.
I mean, that
I
would be
think it's quite
cute.
cool.
But also, they dress that sort of cat muppet up in various different guises for whatever he's doing.
Like clip a beret on him.
Yeah.
I think it's Salem for this one.
I'm going for Salem too.
Yeah, I agree, Salem.
Fantastic.
All right. Salem Saberhagen versus Jack in a joust.
Okay. well,
No. Now it falls down. Cat on a horse, not going to happen.
Yep. And Jack's probably done this one too.
Jack lances his way into the final.
Woo!
It's Jack versus King T'Challa of Wakanda for the final. This is the
yeah.
first to 2 wins takes the championship. The first contest is breakdancing.
Ooh.
Oh,
I think they're both evenly matched in this. Oh no.
I wouldn't say they're evenly. I'm thinking Jack is very good, but T'Challa's got to be much more acrobatic.
Well, I think they're both lanky guys.
Is Black Panther going to accidentally set off his kinetic shockwave thing by doing this? Is he going to disqualify himself by accident?
Well, he doesn't need a suit for this.
I suppose that's, yeah, he could take it off.
He could be dressed in regular clothing, yeah.
Is there any reason why Jack would be really good at this besides just he's a samurai who's really skilled?
That's my only reason.
He is pretty agile.
Yeah, he's an agile samurai. That's my only argument for Jack.
Alexa, does samurai dance?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, you're really useful, aren't you?
Japanese dancing was never that kind of wild, crazy thing. It's more like the Japanese theater kind of slow, precise movements.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think T'Challa's just his fighting style is much more like this.
Yeah,
More like
I'm giving it
You know,
to him.
yeah, let's give it to him.
All right, so breakdancing goes to King T'Challa. Next up, it's an Olympic high dive.
These are really
I'm sure
athletic
Jack's-
things.
I swear to God, we've seen him do high dives, right?
who?
Jack, I mean, I'm sorry. We've seen him do high dives and such, I think.
I have never watched it, but I'm vaguely aware of what he's capable of.
Have you guys been watching the Shogun series that's been out lately?
No.
No, I've heard about that show.
Okay.
Like, I don't think swimming is a big part of samurai culture in any way.
What is
Is
the theme of
does King
Samurai
T'Challa get
Jack?
the suit if he wants it?
What does he
The
do?
theme of Samurai Jack is that he was flung into the future during a battle with the demon Aku. In the future, Aku has won, and so Jack is trying to find his way back to the past in order to defeat Aku and basically undo the future he was thrown into.
Okay, that doesn't really
And magic
give us any
exists, too.
insight. Okay. But he does bizarre things.
I'm not saying that Jack can't swim. I'm saying that he would not have perfected the diving and the swimming in the way that a Japanese samurai might have perfected a lot of their skills and talents over years
You
of
know what,
training. And if T'Challa can use his suit, then it has this weird relationship with kinetic energy. I think it would slip right through that water.
Shit, you're right. Oh no. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you make a very
All right.
good point. T'Challa, then.
All right, so then King T'Challa takes it, becomes our new champion, but does he get the sweep? We've got one more contest to look through. It's dungeon mastering. So Jack is dungeon mastering for Salem Saberhagen. King T'Challa of Wakanda is dungeon mastering for the Borg Queen.
Oh my
I
god!
think that'd be a
Which
Jack
group?
one.
Oh yeah. Also,
think
by
so.
the way, they're each dungeon mastering for the 3 of you. Who would you have more fun with?
I think we'd have a hard time trying to get the Borg Queen not to just assimilate, just have that as our option every single time. I would assimilate everything in the room. Can you
The Borg
maybe
Queen-
think about something else, please?
T'Challa's
Nope,
maybe
okay.
more of a fun dude. Like he'd be the one you'd want to be with because he is more like charismatic and
I imagine he's a much more personable person. Yeah,
I think
Exactly,
he's seen
yeah.
so much weird
Jack
shit. He
is
could
pretty
run really
personable.
wild and crazy fun game too.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he does this anyway. Yeah.
King T'Challa would run a great game, I'm sure, but the Borg Queen would be such a pain in the ass player. She'd ruin the entire table.
He's the dungeon master in his spare time, and in his not spare time, being king, he is the master of Wakanda.
I would play in the game run by either of them, but I would not want to play on a table with the Borg Queen, and I think Jack would be a more interesting DM.
Yeah, I think the Borg
You know
Queen's
what?
really hindering him in this case, but I would rather give it to Black Panther.
And Salem would be funny as hell to have in your party.
I think T'Challa would be the better.
I think
One of
Black
those
Panther
days.
would be able to corral the Borg Queen in some way.
My vote's for Jack because I think Jack would have has more interesting stories to draw from for what to run in the game.
Oh yeah, that's a good,
Good
point.
point.
So, Charlie, you're saying Jack.
Yeah.
TJ.
Give it to Jack. Yeah.
Stale.
You know what? Yeah, Jack.
All right, that's unanimous for Jack, but there's a twist. It's
Oh, come
dungeon
on.
mastering on a roller coaster.
I don't think
Rolls
it messes
dice,
up either of them.
dice goes off the edge. Oh.
It does make Salem less fun to play with because he'd be throwing up the entire time. But it also doesn't make him the board queen, and that's a problem. So I'm not changing it.
So, Charlie, you're still saying Jack? TJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack?
Yep.
Stale? Jack? All right.
Yep, indeed.
Well, Jack takes that one. But our champion is King T'Challa of Wakanda. Now, before we wrap things up, where can folks find more from the three of you? Stale.
You can find me at the Stell Rice on Twitter. I make plus commissions and such, and on YouTube I make cooking videos at Stell Rice.
Charlie.
At the Fire Thieves Studio, my website and my Facebook page, you can see the props I make for theater and for LARP, the teddy bears that I distress for fun and profit, and the stories and plays that I write.
And TJ.
Twitch.tv/TJ Pownall. Still doing streams at the moment. Completely halted because of all this. We're going to move. So,
Yeah.
bit of a hiatus until we come back.
If you like this, want to see more, give us a like and a subscribe. Tells YouTube that you like it, tells us that you like it, and maybe it'll show it to more people. Also, if you like this project and want to see more, the things that we do, you can check out Asterism, Flanxiety, and Gordian Maps, kind of hiding up there, over at raspberrygrenade.games. You can also find us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/raspberrygrenade. King T'Challa broke a dance better than Jack and made less of a splash. He also played Quidditch better than the Borg Queen, extinguished a bonfire faster than Charles Entertainment Cheese, dungeon delved more profitably than Conan, and called more ducks than Dr. Ray Stantz. That's why King T'Challa is our new champion. He'll be back next time to face a new set of 31 players. See if he can hold on to his title, because it's still anyone's game. Anyone's Game is a production and trademark of Raspberry Grenade Games, copyright 2024, all rights reserved.